flex defense, what does that mean? You know, people say they're a 3 down, a 4 down. You don't hear a lot about the flex. So we base out of the flex and we've kind of put our own spin on it. But what the flex is and what it looks like. So it's really the uniqueness of it is up front. You know, our coverage aspects are pretty simple and we have some complementary coverages. But really our back end can play fast and we spend a lot of time on technique and disguises. Up front is where we're really unique. So our base, we're a double flex. We'll kind of see what that looks like in a minute, where we have 2 of those kind of hybrid flex linebackers in there. But we're really a multiple front, right? So we want to have multiple looks with minimal teaching. You know, when people play against us, I want to break a lot of their rules. I want to make it hard for their scout team. I want to make the coordinator lose sleep. I kind of compare it to the triple option of defense, right? If you're playing the Air Force, the Navy's, the triple option teams, defensively, you usually have to change your whole scheme in a short amount of time, or, you know, you have to practice early on in spring ball and fall camp to prep for that. It's really hard to get your scout team to give you a really good look. But that team that runs it, they run the same tracks every day. They have the same rules. It's really easy for them, but it's chaotic to a defense. We kind of want to flip the script. So it's easy for us to learn a lot of same as teaching, but to an offense, we want to be able to give them some problems. So we're a gap control team. We'll do that with gap exchanges, but we want to play on edges. We're not a big 2-gap system. One of our guys play on edges, helps us recruit a little bit of a different style of kid. You know, we're sound and simple with our adjustments. We want our kids to be able to play fast. And, you know, we say calculated aggression. To me, it's not high risk, high reward. It's just high reward. You know, a lot of the ways we do that is, you know, we blitz the formation, whether it's to the back, away from the back, a certain person, a certain set, tight end away from the tight end. But we do a lot of that style to make sure we're getting ourselves in good calls. Coverage-wise on the back end, we're a 1-high structure. At least pre-snap, we're going to be a 1-high shell. Our base is an outside leverage man-to-man. A little bit different. You know, we're going to have a low hole and a high hole player in almost everything we do. So, you know, people always say, you know, you play such a high percentage of man. You know, coach, we don't have the dudes to play man. Well, neither do we. You know, but we don't play inside leverage man-to-man. It's me versus you all day long. You know, we have leverage principles to it, and we give our guys a lot of help. So I kind of say it's like basketball. If I'm guarding a dominant right-handed player, I'm going to make him go left, right? Now, if he goes left, I'm still going to cover him, but I'm not going to make it easy for him to go right. And to me, that doesn't take a great athlete to play half a man and be really stern and trust your help. To me, right or wrong, I have the other philosophy. Like, you say you don't have the dudes to play man, but you could let them throw in the zone and still go tackle that guy that you just said you couldn't cover, right? So I'd rather play tighter coverage and manipulate the front to bring some pressure. Our change up, we'll get to some cover 2, some 2-trap stuff with some pressure, some 400 2 deep. And then, you know, just some basic landmark country coverage just to get eyes on the quarterback, give our corners a break and a little bit of change-up coverages there. You know, we want to have the constant threat of pressure, not just on third down, but on base down as well. You know, we have a lot of guys standing up kind of close to the line of scrimmage. Anyone could really blitz or drop at any given time. We want to confuse the O-line, confuse the quarterback by having a lot of immediate blitz threats. And then we want to be aggressive on base downs, not just versus the run, but versus the pass. You know, people say, oh, you know, we're trying to stop the run. If it's pass, it's not very good. We want to be able to get home, and we'll kind of get into how we do that on base down. So I'll go through this really quick, just kind of an overview of what we look like, right? So we're a field and boundary outfit. You know, we have a field corner and a boundary corner, and then our stud for us is essentially a nickel. He'll go to the field. Our rover is our adjuster. You know, he's got 2 weak to 2 back to 3 strong. But up front is where we're really unique, and I'll kind of dive into our front a little bit more. But you got to get a picture here. In our base front is dog. Our base coverage is 1 plug. So to the field here is to the right in this picture. And we're really covering the back with our front, which allows our Mike to be a low hole player and our free safety to be a high hole player. And we don't really play him like a true post player. We play him a little bit different, but not going to get into coverage too much.